Hello and welcome to day 6 of our 7-day career growth challenge. Super excited to see that you are still committed to wanting to grow your career and salary. Now, it's so critical to have a clear goal as to why do you want to level up your career and increase your income, whether it's to give yourself a better life or provide a better life for your family, or really to have that additional satisfaction knowing that you have so much more potential and you deserve to get paid what you are worth. So understanding that clear goal will give you that motivation of wanting to continue to upskill, level up, and to really get paid what you are worth, right? So today I'm going to share with you how do you get paid what you are worth. Now, we are all working very hard. So obviously we want to get compensated based on what we think we deserve for sure. So what we have done in the past couple of days of trainings, I've actually gone through and help you to identify the value that you bring, how to add value at your job, and more importantly, why it's so important to get visible so that you learn how to position and sell your contributions to get that job promotion and salary increment within your company itself. Now, when it comes to job promotions, most of the time it does come with a salary increment. So this is usually the cleanest path. But I would say that the entire process of learning how to communicate your value, how to communicate your hard work, how to communicate your contributions, and really understanding that you need to sell yourself and sell your value so that your bosses and your company will reward you. Great. Now, this is also really important, not just at your current job, but learning that entire end-to-end process and that skill will allow you to identify how you have been adding value throughout your entire career. And this will become extremely crucial once you decide to seek opportunities externally because you want to level up your career and increase your salary. Now, there are certain points in time we just have to accept that probably your company is unable to give you that level up or that salary growth that you want. And it's fine to go and look for opportunities out there. But the process of looking for the opportunity out there eventually still comes to the point of, can you communicate and sell your value to now convince a new hiring manager, convince a new company that you are worth the money that you are asking for. So that is why in the past couple of days of trainings, I really focus on helping you to identify all these key value points, because if you are unable to identify and articulate and communicate your value at your current job, then it's going to be impossible to go and convince someone else, right? A new hiring manager or new company who has never worked with you before, right? Never experienced you before, and to be able to ask for more money. So it's going to become more challenging. So I just want you to recognize that a lot of the fundamental work that you were doing in terms of the step-by-step process, there is a purpose to it. And this is definitely a skill that will continue to give you more confidence as you position and sell your value for that next career level up. Even if it's not with the existing company, it is with the next company when you're actively job searching or you're just open to new opportunities, or when you get headhunted by HR and recruiters and hiring managers, you know that this is how you are going to be able to ask for a high salary. Now, at this point, I also want to talk about my experience as an ex-hiring manager and also some complaints I hear from my community members. Now, when a lot of people come to me, they tell me that, Mei Ping, can you teach me how to negotiate my salary? Can you give me an actual script? Because I just got the job offer and, the number is way lower than what I actually want. Or I've been doing multiple interviews, but I'm always getting very junior roles, right? The salary is not really what I want. And I really want to get a career level up. I want to get a salary level up, but I don't feel that is happening for me. Now, the big mistake that many people are making is assuming that the salary negotiation happens after the job offer, right? Meaning it's the final stage of the hiring process. And I can tell you, as a former hiring manager, head of department who has hired fresh graduates all the way to director level, that this is not really true, right? How to sell your value, how to position your value, it needs to start at the beginning. If you're waiting until the final moment to negotiate and to really ask for more money, you can't do that, because the impression, the impression of your value, right? It's throughout the resume, the way that you are explaining your contributions in your resume to the interview process. Most of the time, the hiring managers and the company have already created an impression or have a clear idea of the career level that you're at and how much budget will be given to you. So the value positioning and, in a way, convincing and influencing actually happens like way earlier. And that is why when I teach clients in my career program, right, in Corporate Survivor, we don't just focus on that final conversation during negotiation. Because if you have set your value positioning up correctly from the way that you are articulating and identifying your value in your resume, to practicing during the interview process, right? Clear, structured answers that really sells your value and understands that hiring managers are looking for someone who is competent, someone who can communicate well, and someone who can collaborate well with other people. Just a couple of key points on what hiring managers are looking for. So you are communicating at the same wavelength and you are focused on what hiring managers are looking for. And if you're selling your value throughout the process, then most of the time, right, there is no need for salary negotiation. Because I can tell you that for a lot of my clients, right, because they follow my step-by-step job search strategy, right? Like I said, it's about value positioning at the beginning. So therefore, when it comes to a job offer, they naturally get a big salary increment. And we have clients who get up to 80% salary increment. Not by negotiating, it's just because they have learned how to identify, position, communicate, and sell their value from the beginning of the process, right? Like I said, from the resume, LinkedIn profile, and interview. So that when it comes to the final job offer, the hiring manager, the company already realizes that, whoa, this candidate is really good, can contribute a lot of value, and now we're willing to pay the number. But this is just the final part of the process. But what happens before that is actually a lot of practicing, a lot of the upskilling that happens during their job itself. Because none of these clients or none of my corporate survivor members have been able to say that they can successfully do it, right? So they can only successfully get this result is because they have gained so much more confidence at their job, knowing that they're adding a lot of value. They now can communicate their value. So therefore, internally, they can ask for a promotion, right? They are very confident to ask for a salary increment. They are very confident to ask for new opportunities. And this is the exact skills and confidence that they can bring off to during the interview process for an external opportunity to convey the same. And that is how they have managed to able to get high salary increments and pay rises. And that's something that I really want you to take note of. So a bit of an exercise for today is I want you to look at your resume. I want you to reflect on your interview answers. And I want you to tell me, do you think that you are actively conveying, right? Are you actively communicating the value that you bring? And you can convince the hiring manager that you are worth the money. So really, really look at your resume and look at every single line and ask yourself whether, if I'm the hiring manager, would I hire myself? Because that is the impression that hiring managers are getting from reviewing your resume. Now, next exercise, again, same thing. I want you to think about the interviews that you have attended, all the interviews answers that you have given. I want you to ask yourself, if you're the hiring manager, would you be convinced that, right, you have value to bring, you can do a good job, you're very competent, you are a good communicator, you are a very collaborative person that can add value if you're given the opportunity to join the team? Do you sound like the person who is confident? Do you sound like the person who knows that's your value? Do you sound like the person who deserves the amount of money that you're asking for? Really, really ask yourself these two questions. Now, it may sound very easy, but I think having some honest assessment is going to be so helpful for you, because for a lot of people, in our minds, we always think that we deserve it. But at the end of the day, right, getting new opportunities, getting paid your worth, it's a two-way street. You will need to convince the hiring manager, the new company, that, yeah, you are worth the money that you're asking for. You have so much more value that you can contribute to the team. And this is the right level up for you, because you know that you're very good at what you do, and that's why you want to get paid what you are worth. So I'll leave today's training here, and tomorrow we're going to do a wrap up on my thoughts around how do you plan and grow your career for long-term success. So I'll see you in tomorrow's training.